All right, so Jane, we'll look at yours here first from this face-on angle. Ooh, so I like to tell everybody, I like my students, anybody I'm helping with their game, to try and learn what you're doing right as well as what you're doing wrong. And so here's something that's very nice that you're doing very similarly to the tour players. See how their head's in front of the circle when they finish, Jane? Nothing but their right foot and right calf off this nice straight line in their body. That's where you are too. So that's good to know. You want to learn what you're doing right as well as what you're doing wrong. And kind of like your mom here, see, it's nice you shifted onto your right foot. Your head and upper body went to your right foot going back, which, again, very similar to your mom there. It was nice weight shift onto your right foot. And they get back into the circle around impact, and then, like I was saying, they finish over there. And that's what we're seeing for you too there, Jane. Yeah, back into the circle nicely. Yeah, so this is just like your mom too, that you finish, or you're right at impact, your posture, you're right back in about the same spot you were when you started. See, which is very similar to the tour players there, Jane. But kind of like your mom again here too, what's different is those arms. See, there's a lot of daylight between your forearms there.
Yeah.
And you don't see that daylight for the tour players. Their arms are extended more. So you and your mom can actually kind of both work on that. Okay. And then from this down the line angle, the main thing that we see here that all the tour players do in the exact same manner is that about halfway or 2/3 of the way into their downswing, right about there, the club head gets back on this line, which was their shaft at address. So I just drew that line on that shaft so that right about there, it's back on that line. Ooh, you're there too. Your mom was well above it. Right there. So that's hot there, young lady. Yeah, dead on the money. So that's sweet. Yeah. And then above it after impact. Yeah. Just about close to the top of your left shoulder there at that part. And that's where the tour players go. Right there through the top of the left shoulder, parallel to that plane line in their follow through. So that's pretty good. Now what'll be different though? Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet there, Jane. So see on the video there are a lot of good important things going on there that are similar to the tour players. So especially from this angle, it looks pretty neat. So I would say the main thing to work on, and again, oh yeah, I'll show your mom here. So here's her good finish, but again, look, here are these arms that are real far apart, like we're seeing for you there. Okay, so again, yeah, so you want to get those arms extended better there. So let me draw those lines on there and make sure they stay there for us. So yeah, so this will be kind of neat. Like I said, this will get to your mom's email. You'll see those things pretty well. And then again, you saw how good that looked from the downswing. So now let's look at Jack from this face-on angle. Like I said, that's the, yeah, we all do. Here it is. But, ooh, so yeah, you come up a little bit. Right, and then your arms again are kind of far apart. Now there they get extended a little better, but then you'd still want to get it to where you can get in front of that circle a little more to get that head on top of that front foot a little better at the end there, Jack. Yeah, you kind of fall backwards a little bit, don't you? Whereas remember, the tour players are going more forward on their downswing. They're pretty stable. There's just a little hint there. You see how her head gets back into the circle through impact. It's going forward more so at that point, whereas you're going backward a little bit. So it'll get us to catch it kind of fat. And your arms aren't quite as extended as the tour players, but they're a little better than what we saw for your mom and Jane there. And then let's look at it from down the line. So yeah, you're quite a bit more above it there, Jack. So you see why I like yours so much there. Okay, that's a great aspect of your swing there, Jane, is that you're very much on that line. And so that's going to get you to catch it fat, Jack, and then also, see when it shows up here, the shaft shows up at the same time as your left elbow, whereas for the tour players, you wouldn't see, like here's Davis Love III, you'd see the shaft a lot before you see their left elbow. See what I mean? And then that extension, again, is going to be the case for all the good players. See, it's more through the top of his left shoulder. And again, that's the case with all the good players. There's Liselott Neumann from Sweden. Down the line, again, club head goes down the line, above it after impact through the top of the left shoulder, parallel to that plane line with no left arm showing. So for you, that would probably be the thing to work on. You want to feel like, what will happen is you'll have to feel like you're swinging to the right of the target line because you're actually above the blind swinging leftward. You'd have to feel like you're swinging out to the right more. But that would be kind of a big thing to bite off. All right?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome. Yes, sir. You're very welcome. Let me, here, look at this, y'all. Let me give it a good